Hey everybody, how's it going? It's been so long since I've made a video that I actually forgot how to use the YouTube app. Um, I thought what I used to be able to do was go to the bottom of the screen on the phone, tap the little plus sign, and then it would open up the camera and I could make a video. But either that's changed or it was never like that and I honestly forgot about it. Today is April 22nd of 2024. And I didn't look to see when the last YouTube video I made was, but I know it's been quite a while. Um, Happy New Year 2024. If I didn't make one saying that, I feel like I didn't. Um, so, I'm still in Florida. So I'm going to give you some updates here. I'm still in Florida. Um, I was planning on leaving, going back to New Hampshire, but an interesting opportunity came up, and I'll touch on that in a few minutes. Um, in the in the meantime, staying here, staying in the place that I have been, it's really not great, but it works for now. Um, it is what it is. It's all I can afford. So, yeah. Anyway, and there's a cat in here knocking shit around on the table. There he is. Anyway, so the opportunity that arose. Well, it's not necessarily an opportunity that's fallen into my lap, but it. And I guess thinking about it even more now, it's not really an opportunity, but it was kind of like a wake up call. Um, so, where I currently work at a college in the Tampa area, um, in the custodial department. They have lead custodians and they have um, supervisors above that. And then there's my job, which is just a regular custodian. So, what we do is we are all in little teams and we go out on campus and work in our assigned buildings. Um, a few months ago, the manager decided to put everybody in a meeting and just tell us that there were positions open for lead custodians and supervisors on both first and second shift. So at the time, I was still planning on resigning and moving home. Um, Instead, what I did was I went, well, I'm going to throw that Hail Mary football pass, and I'll see if I can get the position. And I had decided then, if I don't get it, I'm just going to go home. That's it. Well, I put in for it, and in putting in for it, I thought to myself, I should at least give myself an edge and say that I'm taking a class and be signed up for a class to learn how to do the job. I didn't apply for the lead position. I applied for the supervisor position. And I applied for it on second shift. And there's a couple reasons for this. First shift does not work for me. It just does not. The hours suck. They didn't suck when I got hired, but back in October they changed the hours and now it sucks. So I want second shift anyway. And then number two, the lead custodian position only pays $2 an hour more than I'm getting now, and I honestly feel like everybody that's at my lower level deserves that $2 more per hour to do what we do, and that wouldn't be getting underpaid so badly. And then, like, the lead janitor position should be $3 an hour more from that. So I'm getting 15. My position starts at 15. Their position starts at 17. We should be getting 17. They should be getting 20, and then salaried from there. But that's not how it works. So I was going for the salaried position. I did not get an interview, but I did get to sit down with the manager and my supervisor, and we discussed everything that was on my resume and what I was going to need to show to be able to be better considered for the position for future applications. And what we came to ultimately was, I'm not that far off. And at least not on their paper. I gotta put a belt on. At least not on their paper. So I took that as a pretty good sign. Now, what I've been doing is the class that I signed up for online through Penn Foster. It was $300 something for the class on sale, and the name of it is what the hell is it? Supervisory Skills for the Industrial Workplace. Now, the way this is written, at least when you read the description, it sounds like it's written and intended more for like factory work, but regardless of who it's written for, the principles are going to be the same. So I've been working on that. Now, while I've been working on that, I've realized that this team of supervisors and managers that I have are excellent people for me to watch and observe, because I can see what they're doing right, I can see what they're doing wrong, I can see concepts that I'm learning that they're actively what the hell is the word I'm looking for? That they're actively engaging in, I guess, and I'm connecting all these dots. And with that, I have a much more respect for them now that I understand more about what they're doing, why they do it, etc. So I figured a little thing like a shitty place to live and being sick all the time because of a cat and mold and punky walls from water damage and a lot of bugs being in the home from it being such tough shape, soft spots in the floor. I figured those were maybe kind of silly reasons to want to move back home, where when I get back home, yeah, I'll be around my friends again, which would be really great because I miss all of them. But then I'm not only back at, I don't know, is it back at square one or is it further back? Does it set me back to where I was when I moved out of my parents' house? Oh, how many years ago? What now was that? Like 5-6 years ago, something like that? And I'd be moving back, or what? So as it is right now, I'm just, hunkering down, staying here, trying to make the best of it, doing this class. I do not see myself advancing with the supervisor position at the place I currently work at, but Penn Foster does have a job board. I haven't checked out this job board, but you know, it's I feel like I've got an opportunity that I didn't have before, and in showing that I signed up for and paid for this class that I'm currently working on, one of the supervisors introduced me to courses on LinkedIn that are free. So my plan right now, anyway, with the educational part is I'm going to get through what I'm doing now because I paid for it. I'm not going to do any of the free stuff yet until the paid for one is over with, because I do not want to pay for an extension on it. Now, that said, this is the second Monday after getting back to work from several weeks of, in regards to the class anyway, fucking off. And what was going on with that was we had tax time and all of my shit was woefully disorganized. I've never had it so disorganized. So I had to get that straightened out, get my taxes done. Only owed $144 this year, which isn't good, but not as bad as it could have been. What else? Oh, so there was that, and that ate up 2 nights, and there was getting ready for that, which was searching high and low through everything, trying to find one fucking W4 or W2 thinking, yeah, whatever, one of the W forms. And so that was a nightmare. I eventually had to reach out to that company and ask them to email me one. I'm surprised they did. So there was all that. There was just a whole bunch of stuff. And then, because of the original plan of going back to New Hampshire, my friend Mike, of the channel Mike YouTuber on here, we had a plan for a road trip, and what we were going to do is he was going to fly down here and we were going to drive back up to New Hampshire, stay with another friend of ours for a couple days, and then I was going to drive back to Canada, stay in his house for a couple days, drive back home. Well, he had bought the plane ticket one way, didn't pay extra for the refund, because, like, why would you? Honestly, why would you? So, between that and he already booked the time off from work, we had to take a trip. He was in Florida for 2 weeks. I ended up taking a week and a half off from work. I let him borrow one vehicle. I drove the other one to and from work for a couple days from the hotel. And then the next day, after I was done working for the week, we got on the road. And if you're still watching, I imagine you are, Steven. Hi, Steven. We met Steven and his family. They were very welcoming, very, very nice people. We had a great time. We watched What the hell was the name of that show? It was some like bloopers show at first, and then we watched the first Fast and Furious movie, which I'm sure I seen it once a long time ago, but it was weird to watch it now and realize, oh wow, that's an old movie, like 2002, I think it was. And then we started watching Blues Brothers, which I had never seen before. I was enjoying it, but I think I started falling asleep, so Stephen immediately shut it off, and we all went to bed. But that was a great time. I look forward to going and seeing Stephen again. We're gonna plan something out ahead of time now that it went well. I let him do a cold start video. I cannot remember off the top of my head what the name of his YouTube channel is, because he's changed it a couple times. But he will be commenting down below, and if you go on his channel, if you picked up on it a couple minutes ago, I said the word vehicles. Yep. I bought another one back in January. That was part of the plan for going home. Was I was going to take a Florida vehicle with me and tow or ship the Ranger. I bought myself a 2001 GMC Yukon XL half-ton, and I let Steven do a cold start on it. I haven't made a video of it yet. I haven't had time. I haven't really had the desire. And my laptop's broken anyway, so... Oh yeah, I had to go and buy a Chromebook. Because my laptop... That thing was a piece of shit out of the box. It's only gotten worse. And the last couple times I tried to use it, I spent more time getting it to run than I actually spent fucking using it. So, after a couple nights, that was another thing too, as to why coursework was getting screwed up a couple weeks ago. There were literally nights where I get off at 3:30, I plug the computer in 3:35. I'm not getting started. I'm not able to use it until 5 o'clock. That's how fucking bad this thing is. But I bought a Chromebook. It's worked flawlessly since then. Great. But anyway, yeah. So I'd love to take a long weekend. Go and see Steven again. And I got a couple ideas. They'll require a little bit of preparations on my part, but I got a couple ideas. So, we'll do something then. But yeah, it was great to have Mike here. It was great to have a different friend to do things with. We went through South Carolina, stopping at different places. Georgia was just a drive-through state, but we drove up 75, went across South Carolina, and came back down 95. So, got to see both sides of Georgia within a short period of time. Yeah, we went and didn't really stop or relax or anything. And finally, he went home and I could start to relax a little bit. Because he just wanted to keep going. And like, part of what kept me going and not getting cranky with him, or too cranky anyway, is how much enthusiasm he had for being here and really liking the South. He's talked for years about wanting to come down to the South, so finally got a taste of it, and you know, it was great. But anyway, I think that gets everything caught up. I think that gets everything caught up. So now it's just going back to work. I was at work all last week. I took today off because I woke up way too late to possibly make it on time. Possibly try to make it on time. So I just said screw it. I called out. And I slept on and off throughout the day, but I am much more active on TikTok. If you want to follow me on TikTok, it is Eric's Variety Show. I feel like YouTube is more of my home, but it feels like it's easier to upload stuff to TikTok. And with TikTok, like with YouTube, I wanted to make money at it at some point, and maybe someday down the road I'll be able to do that. But TikTok, I kind of just don't really give a shit about if I ever make money at it or not, so I just kind of post whatever on there. But it also just feels like it's easier to upload. It's a lot more user friendly in some ways, like you're not being bombarded with non-skippable ads. That's right, YouTube, I'm looking at you. Which honestly I know we're all sick of, so you know, it is what it is. But anyway, I will I guess that's it for now. I'll talk to you later. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye bye.